Certified Home presents to you Sukari Heights, developed by Certified Homes, is magnificently designed, luxurious, and executive residence offering world-class lifestyle. Starting from Kenya shillings 2.7 million, Sukari Heights is located in the most exclusive Kahawa Sukari neighborhood, just 15 minutes drive from Nairobi CBD and 20 minutes drive to JKIA. The location of these homes avails a short commute to work using an easy transport network, a large choice of dining and entertainment options. Designed to be the finest expression of world-class finishes, Sukari Heights is a rare opportunity to reside in one of the most exclusive addresses in Nairobi. As a resident, you will have access to lifestyle amenities including shopping center, gym, spa, eateries, and basement parking, suitable for family living as well as investment. As an investor, you will enjoy good returns on investment owing to recurring rental income, property appreciation leading to higher resale value. For further information, call 0711 128 128. You can also catch us at www.certifiedhomes.co.ke.
You're tagging your friends on the comments. Jerusa, hello Jerusa. Josephine Yala, karibu sana. Marion Kingori, hello Marion. How are you today? Those who are sharing the video, thank you so much. Stella, I see you. Teffy, hey Teffy, how are you? I have an amazing guest today with an amazing story, so I won't disappoint you. She's going to join me in the next 3 minutes. So I'm still waiting for you to do me a favor by sharing this video to all the groups that you belong to, and also by inviting and tagging your friends on the comments. Susan Suzy, thank you so much. Claire, hi. Good, I'm very okay. Much, Jewels. I really appreciate that. Hamburg is tuned in. Grace Gatiba, thank you so much. How is your day today? All of you who are joining right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you have shared, let me know. Type there that I have shared there. Hello, Ifra. Thank you so much. You can see Ifra has been tagged my friend Baba Jackie, and now she's here. If you have a friend that you care for, tag him or tag her. Ivy Pendo, hi. Sandra Momanyi, karibu sana. Thank you so much for joining. Once you tag your friend, they will pop up and also follow this live right now. Regina, thank you so much for sharing. Jalia Moniki, thank you so much. Margaret, I see you too. Margaret Umbui, hi. Marion, thank you so much. Faye, hello. Ivy Qatar, Joshua, thank you so much, Joshua, for sharing. Means a lot to me. Milton David, thank you so much. Those who are sharing and tagging their friends on the comments, thank you so much. Divina Karibu Sana, thank you so much. Olive Lovato, in the next 1 minute, I'm going to have my guest here. Zorina Muhammad, thank you so much. Mavich, thank you for sharing the video. Mary, if you can see me now, please type in a comment and then I will add you from here and we begin the talk. My guest is here. She's just waiting, all ready and set to go. Jacqueline, thank you so much for the tags. Thank you. Nakijoba, thank you for the shares. It means a lot to me. Together with my guests, Olive Lovato, Ashton, thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. Margaret Umbui, thank you. Mary, please, my guest, type in a comment there. I'm here, and then I will add you. My brother Nelly, Nuagaba Nelly, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Lops, it's loud here. Hello from East Africa. Thank you. Wanjiru Mukundi, I see you too. Mwanamisi Kweyu, thank you for joining. Mary Ndinda, welcome. Welcome. Mary is here. My guest is here. I'm going to add her now. Wanga Pesh, hi. Carol Powers, thank you so much. Thank you, Carol. Polino Seco, hello. Hello, Mary.
Hello. I'm
Still
sorry.
adjusting your camera? Okay, take your
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Now, that's good. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Looking good?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You told me earlier on that it's a bit cold where you are right now.
Well, no, it's not cold actually. It's
Yeah.
because my kids like the house being cold, so
Yeah.
I'm always cold. Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Welcome. Are you comfortable? Are you nervous?
Yeah. No, it's reality. It happened to me, and it can happen to anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you? Just be honest.
Maybe a 10.
I don't want you to be nervous. I just want you to relax, and it's not an interview, because people say, some of my guests tell me that it's an interview, but we're just talking. I just want to talk with you, and we share your story, and then the audience will just listen to the story, and maybe hopefully one or two of them will get inspired.
Yes.
Yeah. So welcome. Relax.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Just say hello. You can wave to the viewers, the ones who are watching now.
Hello, my name is Mary Kingati.
Yeah.
I am a Kenyan born, actually from Kiambu, and I live in the United States right now. I'm a mother of 3, and my husband passed away 10 years ago, to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. We're gonna have some discussion there. We're gonna have some talk about it, because that's the main purpose of doing this video today.
Yeah.
And I would like you to just briefly explain what exactly happened.
So it was around March, and usually in the United States, March is a cold month.
Yeah.
And our kids were all sick. We took them to the doctor, and the doctor said that it's something that is going around.
Yeah.
So, when we were told to go buy Tylenol and ibuprofen and cold medicine. Mm-hmm. So we did that, and then my husband was sick, and he said, "Oh, it's just something going around," and he really did not go to the hospital. So usually what I do was cook lunch, and then I'll tell my son or any of our kids to go get their dad to come downstairs and eat. Mm-hmm. So that day I was upstairs, and we had I told him, I'll be cooking, you come downstairs and eat lunch. And so I went downstairs, and I was busy in the kitchen, and then I told my son, go tell your dad to come and eat.
Yeah.
And then my son goes upstairs, and then he come down and said, Dad doesn't want to get up.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs, and then I wake him up, and he sits on the side of the bed, and he say, I can't breathe. I said, what do you mean you can't breathe? He said, I can't breathe. Mm-hmm. And he said, I'm just going to lay here for a few more minutes, and then I'll be down. And then I went back downstairs to check on the kids, because they were a little then. And then I came back upstairs. He said, I cannot breathe.
Yeah.
So he's like, I think we need to go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. And so when we were going, he seemed to be fine to me. Mm-hmm. But when we got to the hospital, they did the blood pressure, and then they checked his oxygen saturation, how much oxygen was on his brain. And he was sitting at 61%. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
So they gave him nasal cannula, like oxygen with his nose, but he still was not going anywhere. So they decided, okay, we're going to intubate.
Yeah.
So intubating meaning, so they had to put a pipe in his mouth, and then he had to go to the ICU. Mm-hmm. That was around 3 p.m. Mm-hmm. So he went to the ICU, and then at 7 p.m. he died.
From
7 p.m.
to 7 p.m. Yeah. After
yes,
3 hours?
He died, but he was a full coach, so they had to bring him back. So they called him and he came back. So he was there all night. He was doing great. Although the doctor, one doctor came to me and said to me, do you realize how sick this man is? And I said, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But so the doctor told me, if you have any kids, if he has any kids, go bring them so that they can talk to him, do something, And I was like, I'm not gonna go get my kids. So it was Sunday night.
At that point, you were just the only one in the hospital together with him.
So I called my friend. A family that we were very, and even up to today, we are very close.
Yeah.
So I called her. I said, hey, I'm in the hospital right now with my husband and it's serious. So she came over. She came with the husband. And then, the word went around, the Kenyans who are in this community came. So now it was late and people had to go home, but I had to stay in the hospital. So I slept in the hospital and my friend took care of my kids. So the next day, my friends came back and some of the Kenyan community around here came back in the hospital.
Yeah.
And we were just, at the ICU, you can only see them for so many hours and then you have to leave and then just sit out there and, So now it's 2 p.m. He coded again. And so they were like, so the sister in Kenya is a doctor and the husband. So I had to call them. I had called the family to notify them how serious or how sick their brother is. So I called the sister who is also a doctor, and I gave the sister. I was with the doctor. I gave the doctor the phone to talk to the sister, and made the sister was being told by the doctor how serious and how sick the brother was, and they don't see any chance. So and then so whenever he called it the second time, he did not make it.
That was the 2 p.m.
That was a 2 p.m. on Monday.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's first sip. So you told me you have your drink there with you?
I do.
Oh, okay. Wow. Let's take a breather for that. A lot of people watching you now, they're wondering, how are you able to speak like this and describe this, to say all this? Yeah,
I know I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It took me 9 months to snap out of it. And I live in Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah.
I would say is the most remote place in this in United States, actually. It's it's a small town. I like it because of how I bring up my kids. Life is cheap, and I did not move even after my husband passed away. And I also have a brother and a lot of cousins in Birmingham, Alabama, and they were telling me, why don't you move over here? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah.
So my oldest brother asked me, why don't you move and come and live with me? I'm like, no, I know a lot of people here, and anybody. I've realized being in a foreign land, anybody can be a family.
Yeah.
So I worked with this lady. She was a nurse, and the husband was the president of the veteran hospital. So she came when she heard that my husband had passed away. She came to see me, and she told me, I'm going on vacation, but I know you're gonna need me. I'll be back. So she went, and she came back. Meanwhile, the Kenyan community here in town and all over United States, because my husband's name or their family is well known. So people helped to fundraise so that we can ship the body home. And so we did a memorial here, and then we shipped the body home. So from those who live in foreign land, you understand about live in the country and you don't have the right paperwork to come back. I had to make a difficult choice to either go home for the funeral, or stay here stay here and be with my kids.
Hold
So
on
we
a
had a
second, Mary.
funeral
Mary,
here.
hold on a
Yep.
second. For the sake of my audience, I would like you to briefly just describe when somebody has passed away, like you live in the US, how difficult it can be, especially to do all the process of taking the body back home.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to. Okay, so you have to go to the morgue where
Yeah.
his body is and get the paperwork and send it to the Kenyan embassy and
Mhm.
his passport. So once you send it there, then the Kenyan embassy will send you some documentation so that they can clear his body to leave the country.
Mhm.
So you take that paperwork and bring it to the morgue so that you can give them the morgue, and then you have to buy the ticket.
Yeah.
A dead body actually cost $15,000. It's
Wow.
$15,000
I've
to
heard about
ship
it
a
before.
dead body.
To ship the body, yeah. Mhm.
So and I see my cousin is watching too.
That's
So
good.
I
Yeah. So
so you know, like I said, the community here in town and a lot of people all over United States, and I have a lot of cousins in Alabama, came
Mhm.
together and helped me raise this money.
Mhm.
So that's how we shipped the body back home. But we had a memorial
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
and then after the memorial service, the body was taken to the airport and it was shipped. But my best friend
Yeah.
husband
Yeah.
took the body home because I was not in a position of leaving the country. I had
Because
to
of
make
the
that tough decision.
because of the papers.
Because yes, I was a J2 visa, so that means if he was in this country, I could stay. But
Mhm.
now he was no longer there.
Mhm.
I couldn't stay. So I had to make a tough decision of either going or
Mhm.
staying here. So I
Yeah.
decided, uh, my going will not change anything. So I just decided I'll just stay back and
Mhm.
we go from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just had to escort the body together with some of your friends and family members to the airport, and that
Yeah,
was
we
it.
had
Yeah.
we had like a funeral, like a memorial service, kind of like a funeral, but instead of going to the grave site, it left to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Wow. I'm at a loss of words. You remind me a lot of. I talk about the passing on of my daughter, and there's always obviously the shock. You mentioned something about the 9 months. It took you about 9 months to get
Yeah.
out of the shock and finally for you to believe that your husband had passed away. Would you like to talk about the shock and disbelief?
So like I'd never, not even one minute, never thought that it can happen to me.
Yeah.
But when it did,
Mm-hmm.
when I really reality hit when everybody left, because everybody, like they come together, or you have people in your house all the time,
Yeah.
and then they had to leave and go back to their
And your
jobs
three
or
children,
whatever.
how old were they? By that time, your son, your daughter.
My oldest son was 8.
Mm-hmm.
My middle son was 5, and my
Mhm.
daughter was 3.
Yeah.
So, and
After the family
so
left you in the house now, that's when it began sinking.
yeah, when
Yeah.
everybody left, and now I have to be in this house by myself, just me and my 3 kids.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I remember that friend I told you I gave a
Yeah.
ride, and she told
We
me she'll
talked
be
about
gone and she'll be back. Yeah, she always came to check on me.
Mm-hmm.
So my kids went to private school,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll drive them. They never used to have a bus. I'll drive them to school, and all along I'll drive, and then when I'm coming back, I'll be crying.
Yeah.
And I did that for 9 months. And one day I asked myself, why am I crying? And or if by me crying, what am I fixing?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I didn't think that I was fixing anything, but
Yeah.
I continued on crying. I felt
Mhm.
like killing myself and actually killing my kids,
Yeah.
like all of us. That way, nobody's gonna be left with any problems. So, but one day, I don't know what came into my head, and I snapped out of those tears. I said, you know
Mhm.
what? I'm not gonna cry anymore. I'm gonna live for my kids. And so around that time, I'm not working. I'm in process of fixing my paperwork. So I have these adopted parents who adopted me. Yeah, trying to help me out. And finally, I got my work permit.
Yeah. Wow.
And
So
yeah,
life
they took
almost,
over
yeah, finally,
all
like
my
the
bills.
life was almost now coming back to normal.
Yeah, these women, this woman and husband took over all my bills,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, you told me
Be
earlier
it
on when I was talking with you before we began the live. You said that you told me that angels are with us. They are not in heaven.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are not in heaven.
Yeah.
They are here.
A
And
stranger,
I'm
like a
telling
total
you,
stranger. This woman just came from nowhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is a white woman
Mm-hmm.
and the husband.
Mm-hmm.
And then when my husband passed away, I don't know why my car engine blew up.
Yeah.
Like, so, that's a lot of money. I don't even have this money to go buy another car. And you cannot even believe they took me to a car dealership and tell me to pick out a car of my choice. Okay, they told me they only drive Hondas. I only drive Hondas. That's the only car I can drive. So I had to pick out a Honda.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to pay the taxes, you have to pay the licensing of the tags, and they did all that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such an amazing thing. And I'm telling you, when I said these people are still in my life.
Mm-hmm.
They know my kid's birthday. They come to their graduation. They are always there for them. Always.
You told me that that woman and the husband, they don't have children.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a little while ago, you saw my son was talking to me, and he told me, "Oh, I'm going with." We call him Doc. He's coming to get him,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's like my kids now have become their grandkids or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, it's because of the favor of God.
Wow. I'm really interested in knowing the lady who helped you. How did you know her?
So me and Kathy worked together because as a J visa dependent, I was working in a hospital with a mental hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I met her. She was not very computer savvy, so every now and then I'll show her, hey, this is how you get to this, or this is how you do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day she did not have a car, and she asked me, could you give me a ride? I think you live around my neighborhood. And I said, yeah, sure. So we left work and we went to, I took her home and I went on.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever I see her on the hallways at work, I'll say, hi, like we became friends. And then she had a 4th of July here. It's a big thing. She had a 4th of July party, She invited me. I took my kids and my husband actually then was there. And we went, she has like a lake and everybody was there. And that's how Kathy became my friend.
Yeah.
And she's just an amazing person.
Wow.
An angel.
Mm-hmm. Is she younger than you or a little bit older than you?
She's like, so she's like, I can call her my mom. Like, I think she's old enough. She can be my mom. I think she's in the 70s.
Yeah.
She's like 70. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Please pass my regards to her. And I can see people already saying, they are saying that you are so lucky to meet her, to be there for you during that time.
Yeah.
Please, on behalf of the viewers, pass our regards to her and may God continue blessing her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want us to shift in another way. You told me earlier on about the family, your family back home.
So,
how did they deal with this situation?
Back home, people did not understand how I could have made that big decision of saying, no, I'm not going home. Because if I go home, he's not going to be coming back. If I stay here, I know I'll be able to feed my kids. That was a tough decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
And, can you imagine your husband or your husband has passed away and
I don't want to imagine. That's tough.
You're not
really
there.
Tough. That's really
so
tough.
I was the talk of the city. But on the other hand, I have to think of these other 3 kids who are left behind.
They're really young, and then you knew if you go back to Kenya and you don't have the right papers to go back to
I can't come back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I had to Yeah, my kids have always been okay, God first, but my kids always come second in my life. Before I do anything, I have to evaluate, is this okay with my kids? So, and that's how I actually work. God first, and then my kids. Nobody else will be there other than my kids.
How
But
about so the family now, the family members back home? You mentioned they talked about you. How has been this 10
oh
years?
yes, they
How has
talked
been this
about
10 years?
me
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah.
Like, it came to a point, if somebody is trying to tell me what they're saying, I say, hold up. If it's nothing that will build me, I don't want to hear it. If it's not something that will benefit me and my kids, no, I don't
Yeah.
want to hear it. So I decided, I don't want to. If you're coming to tell me what other people are saying about me, I was not feeding off of that, because it made me so angry that I had this hate. I had so much hate, and I had to let that go. And then I had a lawyer.
Yeah,
my lawyer who was processing my papers.
yeah.
You know, every time I went to see him, like, I have this anger. He said, why are you so angry? And I said, you don't understand when somebody is saying all these bad things about you, yet they do not know your situation.
Yeah.
Because people do not really know. Until you wear those shoes, you don't really know what I'm going through. So here I am in a foreign country, not I don't have the right paperwork to be here, and 3 kids. They have to eat every day. What do you expect? I don't even have a job in Kenya. I don't even know what to go do in Kenya. So what choice do I make? I have to decide, you know what? I think I can swim better here in America. And that's what I decided. So when people are saying, oh, you did not come to the funeral. Okay, well, you know what? I'm sorry I was not there, but I was there with my soul was there. I had to make that tough decision. Because even if you told me, oh, I'm gonna be helping you, how many days are you gonna feed my kids?
Yeah.
I had to say no.
Do you remember, like, specifically some of the words, very painful words they said about any way you can just, if you're okay to say, because when my daughter passed away, people talked really painful words that I still remember. And they were my family members, and people don't understand what you're going through. They think it's okay, and they even blame you. Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh
some of
yeah.
the
Oh
statements?
yes.
Yeah, they told you.
Like, I used to be told, and I'm sorry to say this, I used to be told I'm the one who killed him. And I said, we're in America. Nobody can get away with murder.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, it just, nobody can get away with that. And, I used to hear so many things about myself. And I told myself, you know what? I'm going to focus on these kids. This is all that matters right now. And I had to cut people off. I went silent. If you called me, I'll text you back and say, text me.
Yeah.
And then that's how I started getting rid of people. If you try to come and tell me, oh, they are saying, I said, if you're not saying, if it's not anything nice, please, I don't want to hear it. So I had to block that. But I have, God is love. And sometimes you just have to let go. And in the past 10 years, I've let go. No matter what anybody says about me, I know what the truth is. And I live on my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm not
talk
trying
about,
to justify anything to anybody.
All right, Mary, let's talk about briefly about the journey. So for the 10 years now, your son, you told me, is 18.
Yes.
Let's sip some drink again. I would like you to take your water for a second.
Yep, my son is 18 years old. He just graduated high school.
Congratulations to him. Yeah.
He just joined the university. He's gonna be joining University of Missouri.
Yeah.
And he's working right now. So
that's amazing.
Yes.
Those 10 years, Mary, 10 years, the journey raising these kids and coping up with the missing dad. What kept you going? Apart from going.
My kids.
Yeah, your kids, yeah.
My kids.
Yeah.
So after I came and told my son, he was 8. I told him, oh, your dad died. You know what he told me? I don't want another dad. I said, nobody can replace your father. Nobody will ever come and replace your father.
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm not married.
Yeah.
And I just go to work and know that what I'm doing, no matter what, what I'm doing for my kids.
Every day
I
when
work
you wake
hard.
up, when you go to work.
I work hard. And then I had to train them. I had to train them. Do not open that door for anybody. Do not answer the door, and try and keep it quiet. That way, sometimes the kids are not allowed to be left alone.
Yeah.
But, I used to tell myself, I'm living mine with God, because the Bible tells us he's the father to the fatherless. So when I left the house, I said, you know what? I'm leaving those kids to you. So when I come back, let them be safe. And nothing really happened to them. And my kids are survivors.
That's right. You have a son and 2 daughters, or?
I have 2 sons and 1 daughter.
Okay. I want to ask you a question, Mary. Those 10 years after this tragic event happened, raising these kids, I understand, maybe in my own understanding, the way they took this event is not the same. Like your son, the 2 sons and your daughter, who would you say was the most affected during these 10 years?
The oldest one, because
son.
he understood more.
He understood everything, what happened. He was old enough to know what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 2 other ones, like, they were clueless.
Yeah.
They know their dad is no longer, he's not here, but it didn't seem to bother them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now do they understand how do you cope up telling them now, like your daughter now, she should be, how old is she now?
Right now, she's gonna be turning. She's my own child. She's my own child, and I can't tell the age.
10,
she's gonna be turning.
You told me 10.
13. She's gonna be turning 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah. No, she's gonna be turning 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Then how about counseling sessions? I remember I asked you this question, but for the sake of the audience, did you ever consider going for any counseling sessions, like therapy, to finally heal, or you did it yourself?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I never went to anybody.
Yeah.
I cried for 9 months, and I think I just have to snap out of it. Like my daughter always tell, like, I had to snap out of it. It had to come from me. I had to accept. I had to say, no matter how much I cried driving, it didn't change anything. So I had to tell myself, I need to stop crying. This is how it is, and try and move on with your life.
So no counseling sessions, nothing like that.
No, I never went to any counseling. And
but you talk. Do you belong to any group, like maybe friends?
No.
No.
But like my adopted parents, I think Kathy was suspicious of me.
Yeah.
She always came every single morning. Came every morning to see how I was doing.
This is the lady that you mentioned who helped
you.
Yeah.
Yes. And then she'll be, trying to see what I can do to keep me occupied. And then that's how my life was. Until now, I started going back to work. I could be able to work, and then she'll help with the kids. She, basically she's their grandma. Like, she, amazing woman. And then people used to wonder, how does she afford the stuff that she does to her kids?
Yeah.
And me, my family is 2 parents, but yet we cannot afford what she does. I'm telling you, when I tell you that God has blessed me, my kids do things that nobody, actually, my kids do things that nobody in this town or people from my community, I'm not putting anybody down or bragging, but I'm saying like my kids dance. To go to that dance school, it cost $7,000 a semester. but
Yeah.
they go there. And people are like, how do you even do that?
Mhm.
But you know what? It's because of the glory of God. I tell them there's nobody who is as rich as God.
Mhm.
So I've always used that. And even when I don't have, I say, you know what? The Bible doesn't lie. It has told me that you provide for those who do not have their father. Could you please provide for them? And somehow, I don't know how things happen. It just happens.
Yeah.
So I've always used that.
Mhm.
And because the Bible doesn't lie, and when I'm talking, and it's like I'm conversating with God. I talk to him. I say, you know what? You said you are the father to these kids. They need this. And this happens.
Mhm.
So I'm
So
not
would you?
saying
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm rich, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Mhm.
My kids can do with things within reasonable means. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and they're not that bad. I'm not that far off.
Yeah. I'm happy to
Yeah.
hear that. Would you say that this family, Kathy and her husband, have played a big role for these last 10 years?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When I say Christmas, um, the Christmas, Halloween, I don't even celebrate Halloween here.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine, any holiday, this woman will be on my doorstep, bringing presents to my kids. My son needed, he was not doing very well in school.
Mm-hmm.
They hired a tutor to help him, like to go pick them up from school. I'll tell the school, the person, if something was to happen, this is the person to pick them up. Or I even had a will. After that happened, I had to make a will. If I was to die today,
Mm-hmm.
this person is designated to take my kids.
Wow.
Life just made me feel like it can happen to me. And then
Mhm.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a will. My kids are still little. I don't want nobody to come and start saying, oh, those are my brother's kids, or those are my sister's kids. Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make sure that it's written down by a lawyer that if I was to die today, who takes my kids as a legal guardian if they're not old enough?
Mm-hmm. Wow. I want to shift to back to the family people, because now this Kathy seems to be the closest family. I can see some people asking questions there, which I would like also to ask you, basing on our culture. Now that you got the right papers, did you ever go back home?
Oh, now I can go anytime I want,
Have you ever gone back home just to honor?
Oh yeah, numerous times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone numerous times, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's beautiful. Now,
Yeah.
how about raising these children? I had a discussion with one of my friends who lives in the US, and she was telling me raising teenagers these days is quite tough.
Oh my God.
You have 2 sons and a daughter. What would you say?
So those parents in the United States who do not have an iPhone, get one. Get one. I'm in love with Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully nobody's in the house that can't hear me.
Yeah.
Because I have an iPhone. If they get a text or they send a text, I read that. I can read those texts.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that my kids are the best. They've tried something, and somehow, somewhat, I will know
what's going on. Do you know their friends? Do you know, like, your 18-year-old son? Do you know his closest friends?
Yes.
I know his. You meet together with him or with them?
Yes, I know his friends. I know their parents.
Yeah.
And one day I was at work, and I had this gut feeling something is not right.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to fake it somehow at work. I work night shift. Yeah. I said, I gotta go. Something is not right. And I tell you what, something was not right. Mm-hmm. I called my son. He would not answer the phone. But I could see his location because, like I could see
Where
you know,
was.
whenever you
Yeah.
have an iPhone, you have that Find My Phone. So
Mhm.
so I could locate his phone.
Mhm.
And I tell you what, it was, but I thank God, you know, like I went and picked him up, took him home. We had a talk the next day.
Mhm.
And that is the biggest oh, and another one he did.
Yeah.
So I took him home, we talked about it, and it's
Mhm.
you know, you're involving yourself in some serious, dangerous situation that
Mhm.
these things that you're doing right now can lead you into jail or killed, or you know, like
Mhm.
things you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to be involved in things like this. But you know, they're kids, they're saying, oh, and he said, what do you expect? All teenagers are doing it.
Yeah.
But I said, you're not all teenagers. You are yourself. Choose what is right for you.
Mhm.
So I'm not,
Finish down here.
yeah. So he,
Somebody's
I took,
asking, like you mentioned that the parents who have children right now, the teenagers, they need an iPhone. That means the
yes,
iPhone has an app that you can be able to.
an iPhone.
Mhm.
So long as they use your iTunes
Yeah.
account,
Mhm.
your provider can link it to a way that you, even when they send out text,
Mhm.
you can still see those texts.
Yeah.
Like I was in Dallas
Mhm.
and they were just about to have a party at home.
Yeah.
And I was in Dallas
Mhm.
and I had to send my parents here to come and get them because my son was gonna throw a party when I'm gone.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it's, I'm not saying, and I'm not saying he's the best child,
Mhm.
but he's just acting like a normal teenager.
Yeah.
But you know, we talk a lot, and I tell him, you know, you have to be careful on what you do because
Mhm.
any action has consequences. You know, like you have to be very, very careful. You cannot just assume. You have to think. What if I do this? What is coming with this?
Mhm. So
Don't
how,
just rush and do.
how
Huh?
about I know there are women who are watching you, the mothers who maybe now that they're together with their children or their child, even younger than you, young mothers, and sometimes people talk about a father figure, somebody to be there as a father figure. How have you managed
So
that that
you have to take your kids to church.
yeah.
You have to, you know, to involve them in church. You know, the beginning of knowledge is knowing God. I don't care whether you are going to church.
Mhm.
That is one thing that I have. It doesn't matter. You are going. I don't care how tired you are. You are going to church. That is something that I've always done. And then, so like I have uh Gary, you know, who
Mhm.
always talk to them. And
Yeah.
then Nathan, who is actually he's from Nigeria. They are very tight with my kids. So he takes them to church. He used to do Bible study with them, and that's how I've managed. So
The
even
church has really played a big role to keep them grounded,
yeah.
and
And
especially the two
then
sons.
they
Yeah.
went to Catholic school. They
Yeah.
went to a Catholic school. Uh, for from kindergarten until high school.
Yeah.
They've gone to Catholic school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a very awkward question for the sake of the parents who have teenagers. If you found your son watching pornography, what would you do? That's a tough one, eh?
Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna say he can't do it,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna encourage him to do it.
Yeah.
So
It's a food for thought. I want you to think about it. And I asked some of my friends who have teenagers if they found this is going on, because now with social media, with internet, I think internet is the only source of it's compared to cigarettes, marijuana, and alcohol, which has the legal age limits. Like your son cannot access them easily. The internet has no control. You know.
right.
Yeah, it's very easy for any child to bump into this kind of things.
That is so true, and
Yeah.
it's a tough thing because you know I have internet. His phone has internet, and
Mhm.
I just, you know, I have I have to pray for them and continue to tell them that this is not what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But
it's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Let's wind up the talk right now, Mary. You mentioned something that now you, after the passing on of your husband, you haven't been dating.
No, because I'm not gonna say I've not dated.
Yeah.
But I'm very picky.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what I want. And if you cannot give me that, I'm not settling for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna settle. I know exactly what I want, and that's how I'm gonna have it.
Yeah, I just wanted you to briefly talk about somebody, a lady, maybe she's not in the same stories like your story. And I remember a few weeks ago you told me your situation, and you say that it's a challenge as a woman.
It is.
When you tell a man your story, like the way you have shared your story, the man, you tell them this is my story, this is what has been happening in my life, they shy off, they walk away. Would you like to say something about it?
Could you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
The dating. Let me just say, how is dating so challenging for you now?
Because I don't want any more kids.
Okay.
I don't want anybody telling me that to have any kid. No, I am not. I will never ever have a child. And that I bring it the first day. Okay, I don't want any kids. If you have your own kids, that's well and good. But don't tell me to come to try and have a kid. No, I'm not having that. And sometimes, especially men from Kenya, they're like, well, we just need one that will unite us together. Oh, no. I don't want that. No. If you cannot unite me and you, I don't want any kid with you.
Yeah. But are you I think in your story, you're considering to date again, of course, in the future.
If I find the person, I'll go with it. If I don't find the person, I'm okay.
Good.
I'm okay.
Yeah. All right, let's finish now. I want you to finally talk to any lady or any man who has lost their spouse. What would you tell them as your parting shot?
It takes a long time to have that healing process.
Yeah.
But you have to stand and tell yourself, yes, he's gone. And remember the good times you had with him, and you move on from that. And then if you have any kids, put your kids first. Don't ever put any other, apart from God, don't ever put any human before your child.
Yeah.
No, so that you can fit in. No. Your child come first. God come first, your child comes second. Because I've seen people who try to put a man or a woman before their child, and it doesn't end well. So my kids always come before whoever.
Talking about putting your kids first, how is your relationship now with your husband's family members? How is it so far? Yeah.
I'm if I meet them, I'll say, hi, how are you? I don't see them a whole lot, and they don't see my kids a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I always remind them that those are your kids. The reason why I have my kids is because of your brother.
Yeah.
So they will forever be your cousins or your nieces and nephews that I can't take away from them.
Yeah.
Now, how they related with them, I don't know. If they try to come and talk to them, they'll be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
But I would tell them, I don't ever tell them that you can't speak to so-and-so. No. They have cousins in Dallas. When we go to Dallas, I'll take them to see them. And, we'll spend a few hours and then we keep going. But I don't have no hatred or anything against them. Kwa sababu, this is what I say. Yote ambayo yalifanyika hapa will be paid right here. So I have no hatred. I see my kids are growing.
Yeah.
because they are no longer those 80-year-old, you know. So you have to stay strong and pray. The power of prayer. Like, seriously, the power of prayer is, yes.
It's everything.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
We have to end it now there. Thank you so much, Mary.
Yeah.
Dennis Oseko is asking the question, and she has already said that sometimes you go to your husband's home time to time, sometimes.
Yeah,
Not very often.
you know,
Yeah.
even when I went home with my kids, you know, I had to take them to the gravesite to see
Yeah.
their dad, you know.
Mhm.
Anytime I go to Kenya, I don't skip from going there. I might not go there every day,
Yeah.
but I will, you know, hey, I'm here, you know, we're just here for a durational time. We'll have lunch.
Mhm.
You see all the cousins, and, you know, and we keep rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, they, no matter what, that will be their family.
Mhm.
I can't change that.
I'm glad to hear that. And hey, we have to end this now. You told me you have to plan for the summer camp of your kids. I'm gonna allow you
Yeah.
to do the. Are you going to do the shopping now?
Yeah, I'm gonna get. They don't leave until Saturday, so
Okay.
they're gonna be gone for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best together with your two sons and your daughter, especially your daughter.
Yeah.
Of course, all of them.
Yeah, I'm always with her. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Say hello to Kathy, and thank you so much for having allowed me to have you to share your story. And I hope from your story somebody has been touched.
Yeah.
And anytime you have a chance to talk, please talk. Keep talking.
Especially women, please don't give up because your husband is gone, or think the world has come to an end.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
you gotta thrive for those kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're the second lady that I'm hosting with the same story, that her spouse passed away. And I want to thank you, together with my guest, which I talked with her I think about 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 months ago. And she shared her story. She's still young,
Yeah.
and she has a daughter. And so on behalf of her, together with you, I want to say thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I hope to talk to you again. And for the viewers, just say goodbye to them. And yeah, we finish now.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I
Yeah.
hope I inspired somebody today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Hope to talk to you again.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
You too.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of our interview today. Not an interview, a talk, a chit chat. I hope somebody got inspired. All of you who have watched from the beginning out to the end, I want to sincerely say thank you for sharing the video, for liking, for the comments. I know you had so many questions to ask her. Sometimes when people have these deep, heartbreaking stories, the only thing that they need is a listening ear and a hug. Any other questions sometimes may not be really necessary to ask them. Hug any person that comes to you and tells you, I have lost someone. They need your hug. There's no better or clear or sweeter or comforting words you can ever tell somebody who has lost someone. There is no word, because the moment you want to say something or to ask something, it will always appear like you are judging that person, or you also don't know how they will react. My message to you, always hug them. Hug them. If you can't hug them, just say, I'm sorry, I have no words to tell you, but I always pray for you. I wish you all the best, together with your sons and your daughter. So thank you. If you watched for the first time, my name is Benjamin Bogonko. You can follow me on my Facebook account. I have a YouTube channel under the name Benjamin Bogonko. See you in the next live video, hopefully tomorrow. I want to talk to a lady who is currently living with HIV, and she has her story, especially the challenges that she is facing to do with dating after declaring her health situation. So stay with me. Thank you for the support, and thank you for giving me this audience and the chance to talk with my friend Mary. May God bless all of you. See you again. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Certified Home presents to you Sukari Heights, developed by Certified Homes, is magnificently designed, luxurious, and executive residence offering world-class lifestyle. Starting from Kenya shillings 2.7 million, Sukari Heights is located in the most exclusive Kahawa Sukari neighborhood, just 15 minutes drive from Nairobi CBD and 20 minutes drive to JKIA. The location of these homes avails a short commute to work using an easy transport network, a large choice of dining and entertainment options. Designed to be the finest expression of world-class finishes, Sukari Heights is a rare opportunity to reside in one of the most exclusive addresses in Nairobi. As a resident, you will have access to lifestyle amenities including shopping center, gym, spa, eateries, and basement parking, suitable for family living as well as investment. As an investor, you will enjoy good returns on investment owning to recurring rental income, property appreciation leading to higher resale value. For further information, call 0711 128 128. You can also catch us at www.certifiedhomes.co.ke.